Good morning, my friends, and welcome to the Willow Rose Cottage. I'm going to break a promise to you. I promised you I was not going to discuss my hair ever again. However, I am going to discuss my hair today. Sorry about that. I had a wee interruption, and while I was being interrupted, I decided, why don't I just go get the tripod, and then I can have both hands, and my arm won't get tired. So, back to the story at hand. I did promise you I was never going to talk about my hair again. And the reason I promised you that was I went through a massive time period where I was having, or I should say, I was going through a time period where I was having massive hair issues. I'm still having hair issues. I just try not to talk about it. So for those of you that might not be so consistent on my channel, let me explain. About a year and a half ago, I made the decision to go platinum. My hair had been colored, I don't know, 20, 30 years. And so I knew I had grays because, like every 3 weeks, a little bit of gray would start showing at the roots. And my hair wasn't real long. It was probably about this long. And so I made the decision to go in and have all the colors stripped out and have platinum blonde put in. And then my decision was going to be to gradually let my gray grow out since I was already platinum. Well, I went in and, yeah, it didn't go well. My hair fried off. It literally started falling out in the salon as she was combing it. It was just coming out and breaking off, excuse me, in huge clumps. And she's like, oh, this is sometimes natural. It's normal. You're going to have some damage. Well, I had so much damage. This whole part of my hair right here, fell out, so I was a little baldy over, not real bad, but you could tell. And the rest started just breaking off. I mean, like daily, it was horrible. So I made the decision to go in and have it cut. So I cut it, then I cut it again. And then I cut it into a pixie. And then it was still just like, so what happened one day was I was talking to some friends outside my office. We were all outside and I don't know, just just this wind picked up, caught my hair, and all my hair blew and stood up. It just stood and it stayed there. Like it just stayed there. I looked like Albert Einstein or something. And we just laughed and laughed and laughed. And then I went and got it buzzed off. So I buzzed it all off. It was a 1/2 inch long. I didn't buzz it like bald, but I buzzed it to about a 1/2 inch. Because at that point, that 1/2 inch was good hair. So then I wore it buzzed off and it looked really good. And I felt kind of like, kind of like edgy. So I kept it that way for a little bit. And then I started growing it out to a pixie. And I loved it as a pixie. It was more me, more kind of whimsical and playful and not so edgy. And so I wore it as a pixie. I got 2 good pixie haircuts. And then the last one, oh my gosh, she cut it like into like a man haircut. So I'm walking around with this like classic barbershop man haircut. And then I was just like, okay, that's it. Okay, that was probably 3 months ago. I'm like, that's it. I'm never cutting it. I'm never going anywhere. I'm not coloring it. I'm not cutting it. Oh, and when I was wearing it as pixie, I started coloring it blondish, like super, super light blonde, like not platinum, but the lightest blonde you can get. And so then I was like, well, this doesn't make any sense. I did all of this so that I could grow my natural color out, my gray out, and then now I'm coloring it blonde because the blonde looks super cute with the pixie. And so all this started like culminating in my head, and I'm like, that's it, I'm done. No more color, no more cuts, period, done. So So that went on for like 3 months. And this morning I woke up. There's a reason why it's all pulled back. This morning I woke up and it was horrible. I looked in the mirror and I started crying. I'm like, oh my God, what have I done to myself? Like, I started messing with my hair in junior high school, and here I am, 65. And then I kind of pulled it together and I thought, I don't know what to do with it though. Like, I don't know. I've never worn my hair back ever because I have this massive forehead. If you haven't noticed, my forehead is pretty much half my face, a little bit less than half my face. I did wear my hair without bangs for a really, really short period of time in maybe my 30s. But my hair was black then. Not black, it was super dark brown. That's like its natural color. It was really dark and beautiful, and it was really long. It was like down to my waist. And yeah, you 30-year-olds, you don't know what you got until you lose it. Oh gosh, I don't know what's going on with my throat. Excuse me. Oh God, this coffee is so good. I think coffee's better in the colder mornings. So anyway, I have no idea what I'm going to do with my hair. I don't know. Just, does this look okay? My friend told me she doesn't like it this way. She likes it with bangs. But the problem with bangs is that the rest of my hair, like the length of my hair, like the longest my hair is, if it's down, like if I wear bangs, it's only like this long, and it's not long enough to actually pull up into like a little clip or anything. So it hangs down. I look like an idiot. I don't know what to do. Stay tuned and stay whimsical.